guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry this channel has been dead for a while because कुछ interesting था नहीं यहाँ update करने के लिए and I don't want this channel to be used as a daily monotonous updates for the Nifty levels because those things you can find everywhere on the YouTube. So I don't want that this channel to be having such kind of a genre. So today when I was looking at Nifty, I will come back quickly to understand what right now we should be doing it. So as you could see right now I have marked two zones. So what basically is happening with every noise of Russia and Ukraine around, Nifty is not doing much. Although there's a panic which is being shown, although there's a panic which is being right now created, but quite frankly there is nothing of an impact which Nifty is showing. Nifty has been a very resilient all this while. So if you see as of now I don't see a reason for you to go and do a big longs and shorts. You have to just focus on this particular range. While uh, this range, I happen to see that the RSI has shown me some kind of uptick, as in it is not in line with the price coming down. So while I want to be long, as I have mentioned on my Twitter yesterday, if you would have seen that we should be going long at 16,800. So we did come down at 16,840, 50 somewhere yesterday. So that was a good time for us to go long because that happened to be close to the 200 SMA. So while that has triggered a long, if you have still not taken, I would not recommend right now because there is no clarity. If you would see, despite of a price being in a range, there is still a smaller range also within this bigger range, which if I try to show is this, like the prices have been going up, but they are not able to cross this particular trend line. So now I don't want to take any trade if I am traveling in between this zone, which basically is uh, this downward sloping channel to the flat horizontal line. I just want to observe what the price does. Now if any day I happen to see the price breaking out of this zone, 17,300 or 16,800, then I would want to take a position. So till such time I don't see a reason why should we be struggling to take a trades in the index, because there is no need right now. So I would recommend you to just focus on what Nifty does with this particular range, and if we happen to see any progress out of this particular range, that's only when we should take a trade. As of now I don't see reason for us to rush and do a jabardasti wale trades. There's no need. Save your money, there will be better opportunities. Okay, if we look at a bank Nifty, even the bank Nifty is in a similar way. It has been stuck in the particular zone. If I mark it for you, this is the top end, this is the lower end. So the biggest thing that we all miss out in the trading is to realize where we should not be trading. For that to happen, you should understand what Nifty price is doing, or bank Nifty price is doing for that matter. So if you would see clearly, we are stuck in a very very narrow range now. Although narrow, but it's a very good trading opportunity in between, which means that you don't have to take anything which is beyond these boundaries. So I tend to see people taking longs above 40,000, shorts below 36,000, etc. There is no need. So you have to just focus on when the price comes at the lower end of a channel, you should take a long with the lowest risk, which will be 200-300 points, and vice versa. When it goes on the top end of a range, you should short it with a very low risk of 200-300 points to avoid getting big losses. The aim should be to save money more than to trade. Okay, now we look at some of the stocks which I have kept it as a retracement kind of a stocks. So one thing that I really like to take a trading is when there's a mean reversion. So whenever there is a big spiral move which happens on either side, be it on upside or downside, and when the prices start to settle down, there is a certain degree of a retracement which happens. There's no definition to that. We can just try to see using Bollinger Band. So if I plot a Bollinger Band now, if you would see that a price has been far too stretched on the downside. However, there has been some kind of a candle that is spotted, which is a reversal hammer candle. Now if the low of this particular point is saved in a day or two, then I won't be surprised that we go and retrace up to this middle Bollinger Band. So there's a very good trading opportunity over here. So how do we take a trade? We can come down on the lower time frame to know our entry. Now if you would see that this is a very good point for us to enter, because the prices have been getting rejected from the middle Bollinger Band. Now if we are able to survive above this particular middle Bollinger Band, that's the time when we should start taking a trade. So the risk has to be very limited. Let's say 8 to 10 points, or your stop loss has to be close below this particular lower Bollinger Band, which itself means that you have a risk of oddly 18-19 points, and the target that you have as per the daily time frame is more than 50 rupees. Yeah, it's more than 50 rupees, 50-70 rupees. So given that risk, I think this is a good reward that we can think of this particular trade. And then if we come down to the realty sector, I think this has been uh, one of the sector which has shown the signs of a progressive movement, but is not able to do much. Now if I see the index or realty index, there has been a very good move which started right from the start of 2021. We did a very fantastic move. Now as a result of this move in such a short span of time, now the prices are shown being consolidating in a lower channel. This is a downward channel, so this is although a bearish channel, but there are high chances after a while when the prices are done correcting time wise, there would be a high chances that we will start to move about the channel. Now I'm not saying it's going to happen sooner, but when it does, this is where you have to take a trade. So I'm sensing this is to happen very soon, because the prices have been consolidating this range in this channel for quite a while now. So stay focused. There are very good stocks like Godrej Properties or DLF. All these things you should focus on. Lupin we discussed. So if we go back to the HDFC Bank, which has been a biggest laggard for quite a while now. Now if you would see, even this is still in the very narrow range. I don't really see a reason why I should be going big long or being big short in this. So one good thing that I noticed, that this is forming a very good narrow channel. It's kind of a ascending triangle, because it is going and hitting a top and then coming down. So any day if you see a close about this particular spotted line, which is 50, you can go long with the target of more than 200 rupees. So till such time, don't have to take any trade compulsorily. Very important thing which I want to state when I make a video is that the idea should not necessarily be to have a bigger capital to trade. You can still trade with a limited capital and still earn a good amount. All you have to do is to just wait for good trades. You don't have to come to market every day with the aim to trade. This is not a casino, as you have been hearing all the people that you have been trying to have a mentorship from. On only good trades which have a very low risk. Okay, now there would be days when you would have a stop loss getting continuous triggered, which is fine. However, don't take any trade, which means right now, if it is so clearly visible that this could be a trade which can blow out of this particular triangle, go and hit on the upper end, but then why you want to speculate right now? It may so happen that tomorrow when you get up, we would have come down again to 16,800, and again it will go up and touch this particular point. So this is right now we are into a very narrow range. Range would break out. So I highly recommend you to wait for this range to break out. Don't just take a trades which will take away your premium if the Nifty spends a lot of time in this particular range, because till such time this Ukraine and Russia issues are resolved, the prices are going to be in the narrow range for some more time. Now I'm not necessarily saying that it has to break down on the downside also, Whenever that happens, any side, you should be able to see a very very rapid move. For that to happen, you need to spend time doing nothing. So this is that time. You can learn all kinds of indicators, everything, but what you will never learn from anyone is when not to trade. So let's try to have this channel explain you when not to trade, so that you can take your decisions in a better way, spend more time in analyzing, understanding psychology of the situation and the market, and then putting your money. See, having 10,000 or 10 lakh doesn't make any difference if you cannot take a good trades. So if you have a 10,000, you can easily scale it to all the way till 1 lakh rupees in no time if you are able to take a good trades. But if you have a 10 lakhs and if you don't know how to trade, you can bring it down to 10,000 or even to zero in no time, because you will be only inclined to just take a trade any time in the day, because it is so easy right now. Go click on the buy and that's all. What happens later is what is important. So try to create a vision for you that if you have to trade in this market, which is a very very good rewarding industry, you have to spend time doing nothing for longer time than doing anything. If in the 365 days you are getting only able to scale it to good percentage returns, trust me, it is far better than trading every day and losing money, losing confidence, not going anywhere. It's only better that you should focus on when not to trade. When to trade, there are plenty of channels you can go and take a levels from them, watch their videos, find out the magical indicators, etc. Let's not be that person. If you want to really spend a time in improving yourself in this particular year, let's try to do a trading in a very very limited horizon. Thank you very much.